Get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TPP Frontline. I am your host, Christopher Billings. My broadcast colleague, Landon Miles, is off tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we are drawing near towards TPP Reckoning. Every show that comes up and goes onto YouTube or onto Twitch brings us that much closer to Reckoning. And with that being said, tonight we're going to have, from my understanding, we're going to have 3 TPP title tournament matches to further close out this TPP title tournament bracket, to get us to find out who's going to be the 2 #1 contenders for the TPP championship that was vacated due to Craig Hazard not renewing his contract with the power plant, at least not currently. And at this time, you're seeing on your screen the title tournament bracket. We've got Hanzo Oshihara facing Scythe tonight. We've got Carnage versus MD Whitmore, as well as Sergio Bricks versus James Braden. And I assumed that we were going to see Cerberus and Bryson tonight, but it's not scheduled for tonight. I'm assuming it's going to be tomorrow night on Strike Zone. But I am definitely ready to get this night underway. I hope you're ready. We're going to start it with some tag team action. And I think that match is going to set a good precedent for the tag team division in the power plant. And it's Damian Wallace and Tyrone Jennings versus Atlas and Travis Porter. And for those of you that watched episode 1, Travis Porter kind of got a victory stolen from him, from Damian Wallace and Tyrone Jennings. And the Chocolate Drops coming to the ring, first for this tag team matchup. And it's important to try to get the win tonight, just as important as it is to win on any night. But for the Chocolate Drops, for Damian Wallace and Tyrone Jennings, you know that they want to pick up a big win tonight. And if they can do that, then they should be okay. But when I see Damian Wallace, when I see him come in, when I first saw him come into TPP, he was dancing and he was cheering with the fans, and now he's kind of went rogue, so to speak, against the fans, and he's got a level of arrogance now, and he's got a very formidable tag team partner standing at 6'7", 6'8", 280 plus pounds. But this is a battle of the bulls, because we've got 2 Adrenaline Division wrestlers and we've got 2 very large wrestlers. And with Travis Porter and Atlas, these guys they're close friends, and it's going to make it a very exciting night, for the tag team division of the power plant. And when you get Travis Porter in a match, he's very quick with his kicks. And, same with Damian Wallace. And when you get Atlas is just throwing power. 6'10", 317 pounds at his last weigh-in. So you know that Atlas he's a big powerhouse, and he's ready to throw down. And just the sheer size difference between Atlas and Travis Porter is enough to just completely throw you for a loop. And so the Chocolate Drops versus Travis Porter and Atlas, and here we go. And this is the first match of the night on Frontline tonight. And Travis Porter and Damian Wallace taking their time here, standing tie-up as Porter gets better of the situation. Oh, Porter, quick uppercut there, right to the chin, but Damian Wallace lashing out with attacks, followed up by a quick Hurricane Rana there. And like what I was getting ready to say was, especially with the tag team matches, it's very important to get the offense early. And Damian Wallace missed as he just flapped himself right onto the mat there, and a big back chop to the chest of Travis Porter, as Damian Wallace now sending Porter into his friendly corner with Tyrone Jennings, and now Tyrone Jennings, the legal man. And this is impressive from Damian Wallace there to push Tyrone Jennings off that top rope. It was more of an assisted shoulder block. But look at Tyrone Jennings here, just bullying Travis Porter, and then now with the closed fist punches. And for Tyrone Jennings, he's such a big man. He's so strong that it's not hard for him to keep the offense in his favor. And look at Tyrone Jennings just flexing his muscles, showing his strength here. As Travis Porter needs to get himself tagged out of this matchup. He needs to get Atlas in here. I mean, he's taking punishment right now from Tyrone Jennings and Wallace. And Jennings, a big kick right to the spine there. As Damian Wallace going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count. And like I said, we're still in the early goings of this matchup, but with Travis Porter, he's not built for taking a lot of damage. He's built to hit fast and hit quick. He's not built to be this long in these matches very long. And another 2 count for Damian Wallace on Travis Porter. And Wallace here was firing on all cylinders, but Travis Porter starting to fight back, and that is a good thing. If Travis Porter can keep it going somewhat in his favor, big drop kick right to the nether regions there, hooks the far leg, 1, 2, and a 2 count. And I don't blame Damian Wallace for giving a 2 count on that one. I would give a 2 count on that. I mean, that was all of Travis Porter's weight right into that area. And Travis Porter there, big drop kick right to the face. And now Travis Porter going to tag in the big man Atlas, as Atlas is now the legal man here. And as you see, Atlas just, look at the strength here, just picking Wallace up in a deadlift and dropping him right on the small of the back and the kidneys. And for Atlas, he like I was saying, he's 6'10", 6'9.5", somewhere in that area, over 300 pounds. He's a big man, and so when he gets a hold of you, that's gonna make your night very unpleasant. And Atlas sends Wallace to the corner. We gotta take a quick commercial break, folks. We will be right back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Diehard, the CEO of the power plant. What is evolution? Evolution is the process of change, development, and growth. TPP Frontline is change, development, and growth. And whether you want to believe that or not, it does not matter. Because ultimately, TPP Frontline is a lifestyle choice.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
And we're back here. And during the commercial break, Atlas got Travis Porter back in the ring. And we're seeing great tag team chemistry from Travis Porter and Atlas. I mean, this is how a tag team should be working, and Atlas using most of the strength there to pick Damian Wallace up. And this is, for Travis Porter and Atlas, this is a marquee moment for them. You know that they want to get some tag team gold around their waist. They want to get some gold around their waist. Neither of these 4 men in this matchup have had any championships, and of the 4 of these men, 3 of them have been in the power plant for almost a year now. And so they're looking to get some type of gold around their chest. And Atlas calling Wallace to his feet. He might be motioning for the chokeslam. There's a good possibility. And Atlas now sending Porter onto the apron. Or Wallace onto the apron, I'm sorry about that. And as you saw, Wallace jumped back into the ring very quickly, trying to catch the big man off guard, but Atlas just able to capitalize on it. And Wallace is trying to keep something in his favor. And now we're seeing, look at this is what I'm talking about here now. Damian Wallace going to toss Tyrone Jennings shoulder first into the big man Atlas. Wait a second, Tyrone Jennings here showing that he's not afraid of Atlas. I mean, these guys are very close in strength. Tyrone Jennings, pure muscle is that young man. He went for the cover there, but Atlas able to quickly get his shoulders off the mat. As Tyrone Jennings he's trying to secure the victory for him and Damian Wallace. The same for Atlas and Travis Porter. They're trying to secure the victory for themselves. And as you see, look at that. Tyrone Jennings right in the face of Travis Porter. Oh, big right hand. Travis Porter, just big right hand there. And now, wait a second, Atlas. The big close, or the choke slam there. Atlas going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is all she wrote. That choke slam will seal your fate. No doubt about that. And a tough break for the Chocolate Drops tonight, as it was a pure mistake on the part of Tyrone Jennings. He got in the face of Travis Porter. Travis Porter with a big right hand, allowing Atlas time to get to his feet and capitalize with that choke slam. Thus, Travis Porter and Atlas picking up the win, continuing on, for the possibility to become the future tag team champions in TPP, and that's good news for the two of them, no doubt about that. And so, congratulations to Travis Porter and Atlas. A tough break for Damian Wallace and Tyrone Jennings. I do know that Jennings and Wallace will be in action tomorrow night on Strike Zone. But for Travis Porter and Atlas, it's going to be drinks all around tonight for those two, I suppose, and they're going to be having a blast. And you can't really take anything away from that. And I'm looking at my run sheet, and this is not what's supposed to be happening right now. And I can kind of recognize this theme song. Oh my God, that's Nick Virtue. There's no way. Oh man. Nick Virtue is here on Frontline right now. All these surprises keep happening, and I'm excited because I didn't know that this was going to happen. We have Nick Virtue here right now. I don't know Nick Virtue's full intent. I do know that there were discussions of contracts with Nick Virtue. I wasn't under the impression earlier today that Nick Virtue had officially signed. I thought that there were still some discussions that had to happen, but Nick Virtue's here on Frontline, and that in itself for me is more than enough reason for me to be happy. That's more than enough reason for me to be excited, and I think you should be excited as well. Nick Virtue, one of the most underrated wrestlers in all of the world. This man is world known, but highly, highly underrated. He's one of those men that hasn't held championships, but he's known world over as an amazing performer. And I'm stoked. I am super, super stoked. It looks like Nick Virtue's asking for a microphone. I'm looking forward to...
It's been a long time since I've seen you people. It's been a long time since I've heard the sound of a TTP crowd. And it's been even longer since I've had the privilege to perform in front of you people. Which brings me to the reason I'm out here. To the reason I've signed my name on those dotted lines. You see, I've been doing this for 4 long years. 4 years of uncertainty. 4 years of purgatory. Not knowing when or if I'll make it to the top. Not knowing how long I'll be able to do this. Not knowing whether or not it's still worth it. But when I walked out here tonight and heard your voices, there's no way it couldn't be more worth it. There's no way all these years have been for nothing. No way. And so I promise you, as long as I'm here in TPP, as long as I have 2 legs to stand on, as long as I'm still breathing, I will give you every ounce of sweat, every drop of blood, everything that I have. I swear I will give it to you. Because if it weren't for you, I would have called it quits. And that is one thing I will never do as long as you people are still here. And from the time I stepped through those curtains and to the time that I walk back through them, I promise I will give you your money's worth. And there is nothing, oh, and I mean absolutely nothing, that'll stop me.
And big words from Nick Virtue. I'm glad that he actually signed that contract, and now Nick Virtue is part of TPP Frontline. He's part of the power plant now, so that means you can get to see him here on Frontline. You might get to see him on Strike Zone. That is that is great news for the TPP universe. You know, that's he's one of those wrestlers that it was always a struggle to try to get him here, but now we have him here, and it's that for me, just that has made my night. This night just began, and my night's I'm already on cloud 9. And ladies and gentlemen, up next we do have one of our TPP title tournament matches. James Braden will be in action in just a few moments as he gets ready to square off against Sergio Bricks. But that Nick Virtue here, and that's huge. Ladies and gentlemen, we do got to take a quick commercial break, so we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Diehard, the CEO of the Power Plant. Now, I get many occurrences throughout the week when people ask me, what does it take to be a TPP superstar? Well, most importantly, you have to be a constant professional. You always have to think and put the fans first. And I also always get questions of, is it storyline driven? Are there meaningful things? Remember, TPP Frontline, it is a family-oriented program. We care about our superstars. Every wrestler that wrestles in TPP knows that there are dangers involved with wrestling. As any gifted athlete in the world would say, it always comes down to this. These are trained professional athletes.
3-on-1 here. The numbers game.
So what makes you think that TPP Frontline is different? It's just the way we are. We are a different kind of place to be. Again, I'm Diehard, the CEO of the Power Plant.
And we're back here, and if you missed it before the break, Nick Virtue has signed a contract with the Power Plant, so that's good news in itself. But right now we have a TPP title tournament match, James Braden versus Sergio Bricks, and for James Braden, he's got to do something. He's not doing so hot. I mean, he picked up the win against Extreme on the relaunch, but he's got to. This is an important matchup for James Braden tonight. He's got to be able to capitalize on the momentum from beating Extreme. He's got to be able to capitalize on that. Because if he's unable to do so, then you can only imagine the frustration and anger that Diehard's going to feel. And, for Sergio Bricks, the thing with Sergio Bricks, he's Brazilian, 6'7". He's a dancer. He's very energetic, very charismatic, and very flamboyant. And for Sergio Bricks, he needs this is the launching point for Sergio Bricks. If he can manage to get himself, through this title tournament, possibly become the TPP champion, that would put a great starting point on his wrestling career. And for Sergio Bricks, he's wrestling in front of a lot of smaller crowds, and for a lot of these younger developmental type talents coming off the independent scene, they aren't used to these large crowds, so this quick exposure to 10,000 people instead of 250 people it's a little bit of a changeover. But I'm sure as time progresses, they'll get more and more comfortable, and we'll start seeing things out of them that we never thought we would see. As Sergio Bricks, he looks like he's in great shape, and as you see, he's still dancing around here. I think Sergio Bricks knows that he's got his work cut out for him tonight against James Braden. But I have great faith in the ability of Sergio Bricks to weather the storm of TCO's James Braden. And with James Braden, he's got to win this. If he loses this, he's never going to hear the end of it from Diehard. We all know that that's what's going to happen. He won't hear the end of it. And here we go. And now, as James Braden is getting ready to square off with Sergio Bricks here, this is going to be an intense matchup, to say the least. And look at James Braden showing his strength there. That basic belly to back. And now, again, James Braden doing that belly to back again, going for the cover here. not even a 1 count as Sergio Bricks was able to get his shoulders up. But for James Braden, and a dirty eye rake, and this is, again, James Braden belly to back there. But with Sergio Bricks, he's got to get on the offense early with James Braden. Otherwise, Braden, he'll just keep bullying Sergio Bricks, and that's not the position that Sergio Bricks wants to be in. He wants to be in control of this matchup. He doesn't want to give James Braden that opportunity. And James Braden, their big shoulder tackle there into the cover, 1 and a 1 count as this matchup does continue. And James Braden with a big right hand there, but Sergio Bricks answers it with a kick right to the abdomen. And Sergio Bricks, a drop kick, knocking James Braden forward, but James Braden turns around with a flurry of strikes there, followed up by a double underhook suplex, hooking the far leg here. 1, 2, and a 2 count. And this matchup is still in the early goings here. But Sergio Bricks turns it around with that big spine buster on James Braden. And now Sergio Bricks switching position here. He has James Braden up in a beautiful float over suplex. And as you see, James Braden starting to hold his lower back, but getting back to his feet. And now a beautiful side belly to back on James Braden. And again, James Braden getting back to his feet. And for James Braden, this is, like I was saying earlier, this is very, very important because James Braden has to do something. He's got to make it happen tonight. He's got to continue on a winning streak. And a thumb to the eye like that will definitely help to, keep the pace in his favor. James Braden side rush and leg sweep there. And now look at James Braden choking Sergio Bricks, just choking him, and the referee admonishing James Braden. Now again, Braden choking the life out of Sergio Bricks, and this is something that TCO is known to do: choke your opponent while they're down so they can't fight back. And for James Braden, he's got to figure out a way here. Big right hand in the corner there, followed up by that feeling hip toss, sending Sergio Bricks clear across the other side of the ring. And this is something that James Braden is known to do. And now, there's one fist right to the forehead there, followed up by the second fist drop. And James Braden hitting the third fist drop there. And no, he's not done yet, and there's a fourth one. And James Braden looking like he's going to tee it off with a sixth fist drop. That's 6 fists to the skull. In succession, James Braden again, that big burly upper body using his strength with that shoulder tackle. Now with the seated triangle choke here. Kyle Snow, our official, right on the action here as Sergio Bricks has to do something. James Braden he's looking very comfortable right now against Sergio Bricks. And for Sergio, that's the thing. You got to get James Braden uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, because you've got to. With James Braden, you can't play a slow match with him. You've got to keep it high octane. That's how you beat James Braden. If you keep it a very fast-paced matchup, you can beat James Braden. If you keep it a slow matchup, then that's a favor for Braden. And big back chop there from Sergio to James Braden, knocking Braden pretty much into next week. And now Sergio might be looking. He's got to be looking to capitalize here. Sergio with a beautiful snap suplex on James Braden. Braden rolls to the outside as Sergio Bricks now taking some time to pander to the fans. And Braden now arguing with the fans in attendance as Sergio Bricks still taunting on the outside. And James Braden he's got to get himself in a level where he's not distracted by the fans. And James Braden went to the outside because he needed a few moments to himself, and James Braden, big backdrop there. And again, James Braden showing his strength, effortlessly picking up Sergio Bricks, who's no small man by any stretch. Into the cover here, 1, 2, and a 2 count for James Braden as this TPP title tournament matchup continues on. And Sergio Bricks, shoulder-on-shoulder contact there, knocking James Braden down. And now Sergio Bricks pandering to the fans, thrusting that elbow right into the pectoral muscles, into the chest of James Braden, and that'll definitely cause you some discomfort, no doubt about that. And wait a second, Sergio Bricks here. Beautiful Russian leg sweep. Again, pandering to the fans, and that is what makes every wrestler is so unique and so individual as their own charismatic ways. And now James Braden, clothesline right to the back of the head there. And James Braden not showing any remorse or feeling bad at all. And now James Braden, I've said this before, but James Braden is pretty much the muscle of TCO. That's what he does. And now James Braden, a basic Boston Crab here, but Sergio Bricks doesn't have anywhere to go. He's got to figure out a way to get out of this. And right now, Sergio Bricks is being worked as James Braden is stretching as hard as he can. But Sergio Bricks, the leg power, able to get himself out of that submission predicament. And Sergio Bricks overly arrogant there, accosting there, as he could have capitalized on James Braden, but he didn't. Into the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count for James Braden as this matchup continues. And Sergio Bricks, very low. A succession of low kicks to the abdomen, sending James Braden down onto the mat. And now Sergio Bricks setting something up here. A flurry of strikes. Oh, and a big right hand there. As Sergio Bricks, you got to, and see, I think this is the problem with Sergio Bricks. He taunts to the fans a little too much. And he's not following up on James Braden. Like I said, with James Braden, you want to keep it very fast-paced because that's what James Braden is not good at handling, is a fast-paced matchup. He's a very slow wrestler. He works very, very slow. And Sergio Bricks sending Braden into the ropes. And Braden, he was unable to knock James Braden down, and James Braden just lunged his shoulder into him. And now look at James Braden. Like I said, the strength, the powerhouse of TCO, lifting Sergio Bricks, who, like I said, is no small man, giving him that military press and a 2 count for James Braden as Sergio Bricks barely got his shoulders off the mat. And now James Braden turning things around back into his favor here. And that's the thing for Sergio Bricks. He's got to be more aggressive. He's got to do... and a dirty eye rake again from James Braden. And again, the basic belly to back. James Braden just using his strength as his biggest weapon. And James Braden now taunting Sergio Bricks. Followed up by a big knee right to the side of the skull. And now Braden goes a series of close fist punches. Braden's going off the ropes here. And, Sergio Bricks with the big knee thrust there. Now Sergio Bricks, again, that side Russian leg sweep. It looks like Sergio Bricks might be feeling a little bit better here. Sergio Bricks looking to possibly put James Braden away. And Sergio Bricks setting up a power bomb. Oh wow, he's got James Braden up, and then right down onto the spine. And now Sergio Bricks taunting to James Braden, standing right over top of him here, just taunting him. And now Sergio Bricks into the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and that is all she wrote. And Sergio Bricks eliminates James Braden, and that is impressive in itself. I did not think that Sergio Bricks was going to be able to do that tonight because, James Braden was laying it on strong, and luckily for Sergio Bricks, his passive-aggressive style worked out for him. That was, like I said, lucky for Sergio Bricks. That worked out. But, man, congratulations to Sergio Bricks. He goes on in the TPP title tournament, so he's going to be wrestling tomorrow night on Strike Zone. And tough break for James Braden, who's now been eliminated out of the title tournament. But I guess there's not much else you can really say about that. I mean, James Braden, he knew what he had to do to win, but he was unable to do that. So I am being notified, though, that being notified that we've got something going on. That somebody's trying to come out here to the ringside. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Hopefully we'll find out about that in just a few moments. But tough break for TCO's James Braden. And that's Damian Gamer's theme song, ladies and gentlemen. And Damian Gamer is here. And for those of you that don't know, Damian Gamer, he was a very hot prospect on Frontline last year. And unfortunately, he was unceremoniously fired by Die Hard after Network Collision, after their matchup. And for Damian Gamer, we're so far, we're only about halfway through the night, not even halfway through the night yet. And two big surprises so far. We've had Nick Virtue surprise us, and now we're having Damian Gamer surprise us. This is exciting, and I know I said this earlier, but this is very exciting for me. And this makes it all worthwhile being a commentator. And Damian Gamer looks like he's asking for a microphone here, as he's taunting to the TPP fans, and that makes me happy. Knowing that the fans are still in his corner, as Damian Gamer is asking for a microphone now. So let's cut over to the ring and see what Damian Gamer has to say.
What's up, TPP Universe? I know you've all been anxiously awaiting my return, and I'm here to tell you the wait is over. Damian Gamer has come back to TPP. Now, before people start spreading rumors about why I've come back, allow me to go ahead and tell you. I've come back for one reason and one reason only, the TPP title. In fact, my return contract guarantees me a shot at the title at my own discretion somewhere in the near future, and believe me, I will be cashing in. I won't hold up the show anymore, so I'll end this with good luck to all of you in the tournament, because you'll need it when I cash in. Otherwise, it's game over.
And Damian Gamer, short, but very swift words. He's signed a new contract with TPP, and in his contract, he's guaranteed a title opportunity at the TPP Championship sometime in the future. And I can only wait to get more details about that, but it's great to have Damian Gamer back, and I'm excited. I hope you're excited. This is one of those nights that very precedent-setting in TPP, and for Damian Gamer, like I said, I didn't even know he was going to be here tonight. Same with Nick Virtue. I didn't know that either of those men were going to be here tonight. And we do have to move on with the show. Unfortunately, we can't dwell on too many things from before, because now it's TPP title tournament time. We have Adam D. Whitmore, and he's got a challenge tonight. And for Adam D. Whitmore, this young man he's been raised his entire life to be a wrestler. He said that, I spoke to him earlier today, he said that he knew what he wanted to be when he was 5 years old. He wanted to be a wrestler. How do you know at such a young age that that's what you want your profession to be? I don't know, but for Adam D. Whitmore, he knew that that is what he wanted to do. And for Adam D. Whitmore, that's his plan, which is good. It's good that he has a plan like that. So and he's on one heck of a hot streak right now in TPP. I mean, he's a very impressive wrestler. He gets more and more aggressive after during every match that he's in. So I can only imagine if this young man, was to lose. I think he's got a bright future wrestling in any organization. I'm more happy than anything that he signed with TPP. I'm very, very happy about that. But the biggest difference tonight is it may be his opponent. He's got a very formidable opponent in Carnage. So Adam D. Whitmore's got to use his pure wrestling ability, but he's also got to mix kind of a brawler type ability into it, because with Carnage, it's all physical brutality, and his theme song pretty much plays into that. And for Adam D. Whitmore, he's got to be able to take Carnage down a peg or two. And I don't know if Adam D. Whitmore can do that, but we're hoping. We're all going to be hoping tonight for Adam D. Whitmore. But even if Carnage wins, either one of these men could shape up to be very personable within TPP. So it remains to be seen. But we're going to see what is going to happen between Carnage and Adam D. Whitmore as this matchup is getting ready to get underway. And it's just, Carnage isn't that tall of a guy, but he is built like a fire club. So Adam D. Whitmore versus Carnage in a one-on-one environment. This is going to be a barn burner, no doubt about that. And here we go. Carnage, Adam D. Whitmore, one-on-one. Adam D. Whitmore, as you see, backstepping a little bit, and Carnage stepping right into it and going to work right onto the right on the arm. And Carnage with a basic scoop slam right to the spine there. And Carnage in the early going of this matchup being very aggressive, and Adam D. Whitmore counters from the ground. And now Adam D. Whitmore there. Shades of what we saw Sergio Bricks do a few moments ago. And Whitmore here taunting taunting Carnage, but Carnage got up striking. And now Carnage with a modified lifting backbreaker. Whitmore in the corner here as Carnage trying to make very quick work out of Adam D. Whitmore. Whitmore from the top rope, double axe handle right across the top of the head into the cover here. One and a 1 count for Adam D. Whitmore. And Whitmore, a wild right hand there, trying to slow this matchup down, work it into a pace that he's comfortable working. And Whitmore calling Carnage to his feet. And Whitmore, big running clothesline there. And Adam D. Whitmore is not that big of a man. He's only about 240 pounds, but he's got height to him. He's got reach, and big, beautiful shoulder tackle there from Adam D. Whitmore into the cover of 2, and a 2 count for Whitmore. As I think the more methodical, fast-paced match of Adam D. Whitmore is something that Carnage is not prepared for. So Carnage has to keep it very smash mouth. Big boot in the corner will definitely, it'll do Carnage some favors. But if Whitmore can get on the offensive, that is when we'll see it, Whitmore really come into his own. And he's Carnage here has the legs, and Carnage a big giant swing on the ground there as Whitmore not getting to his feet as quickly, and the fans are not cheering for Carnage tonight. They're booing Carnage as with Whitmore he's got to do something. Whitmore able to turn it around, a side wrist lock, and then a kick right to the underside of the chin there. And now Whitmore starting to go to work on the arms. He's going to try to take out some of the strength of the big man. And Whitmore sending Carnage to the corner. A big back chop there from Adam D. Whitmore. And now Whitmore again with another big, and you could hear the slap on that into the cover here. 1 and a 1 count as Carnage able to kick out again. And now Whitmore, a quick back elbow. And Whitmore went for something, but Carnage was able to counter it. And now Carnage with a knee to the lower back, followed up by the side Russian leg sweep. And the thing is Carnage has been able to stop any momentum that Whitmore has been getting. And that's, for Adam D. Whitmore, that's a bad thing. He's got to be able to get momentum going in his favor. And he hasn't been able to successfully do that in this matchup. And Whitmore, again, with the big counter, flies off with a big attempted clothesline, but he got caught in the power slam from Carnage into the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count as Whitmore barely got his shoulder off the mat there, and this matchup will continue. And, because it is a TPP title tournament matchup, everything's on the line for these guys. If they lose, they're out of the tournament. And, that lifting spine buster there from Carnage. As Carnage now he might be looking to set something up here. But wait a second, Whitmore was getting back to his feet, but Carnage, a tiger suplex with the bridge. 1, 2, and a 2 count as Whitmore again forcing his shoulders off the mat. And Whitmore, flurry of strikes, and a big uppercut there, and the TPP universe woke up from that. And now Whitmore stomping on the arm here. What is Whitmore's, this is probably his last-ditch effort here. And Whitmore tried to knock Carnage down shoulder to shoulder, did not work, but a basic belly-to-back will to take the big man down. And as you see, Whitmore holding his side, he's been taking a lot of damage to his stomach and back. And wait a second, Whitmore here with the modified camel clutch. And for Carnage can't go anywhere. He's kind of stuck in this submission hold. And Carnage able to get himself out of that submission predicament, but Whitmore answered very quickly with a wild right hand. And Whitmore going right back to work on the arms. And just like that, I mean, this matchup has been back and forth, and I think for Whitmore, he's found his niche where he's got to be, what he's got to do to stay aggressive in a beautiful backdrop. And look at Adam D. Whitmore taunting to the TPP universe. And now Adam D. Whitmore, an elbow right to the shoulder muscle and the trap. And that is definitely not a maneuver you want to have done to you, but Carnage able to turn it around. Carnage with a modified type running headbutt followed up by a choke right here on the ground, choking the life out of Adam D. Whitmore. And now what is Carnage? Carnage, I'm not sure what Carnage is trying to set up here. Going for the cover. He was dragging Whitmore away from the ropes. 2 and a 2 count. And a big kitchen sink there. Again, attacking the ribs of Adam D. Whitmore, as now Carnage is in firm control of Adam D. Whitmore. And Carnage, a big fisherman suplex there. Very slow and methodical for Carnage to do that. And now Carnage setting something up. Carnage jumps up. A big, kind of like a stomp right to the back of the head. And that'll definitely, Whitmore may be out. 1, 2, and a 2 count as Whitmore somehow, some way got his shoulder off the mat, and Whitmore turned it around there as he was able to counter that. Whitmore out of desperation with a quick snap suplex. And Whitmore again trying to hold momentum in his favor. For Whitmore, and for Carnage, this is do or die. There is no way around this. And wait a second, what is Whitmore setting up? Whitmore setting something up here. And a big kitchen sink of his own. Going for the cover, hooks the far leg here. 1, 2, and a 2 count as this matchup does progress and continue. And now Whitmore, clubbing blow there. And a big raised knee lift as Whitmore sends Carnage to the outside. And now Whitmore taunting to the TPP universe. And that is what is so phenomenal about these superstars, that they can pander. And big clothesline right to the back of the head from Carnage to the skull. The back of the skull of Adam D. Whitmore, and that clothesline may have knocked him out. I mean, you saw Adam D. Whitmore completely drop, but Whitmore able to counter from the ground, misses with that kitchen sink again. But Whitmore, that arm wrench followed up by that back kick. And now what is Whitmore looking for here? Whitmore trying to knock the big man down, and finally he gets Carnage all the way down, and Whitmore kicked to the abdomen here. Wait a second. He calls this move the time shift. A float over suplex followed up by backbreaker. As you see Whitmore taunting again to the TPP universe. That is his finishing maneuver into the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and Adam D. Whitmore eliminates Carnage out of the TPP title tournament. That's huge news. Congratulations to Adam D. Whitmore as he continues on in the TPP title event. So for Adam D. Whitmore, tomorrow night he will be competing on Strike Zone. This is good for Adam D. Whitmore. I mean, he's a pure-blooded wrestler. He was born to wrestle. You know, this is what he was born to do. And thus far, he's having, as early and young as his career is, he's having an amazing go of it so far. And backstage, we've got Lance Seeley with Sergio Bricks standing by. So we're actually going to cut backstage and see what Sergio Bricks has to say.
Seeley here with Sergio Bricks. And Sergio, I got to ask you your opinion on facing people like James Braden.
My thoughts, bro? It's a done deal. I am going to run through these guys and capture the goal. I mean, come on. You are looking at the new face of TPP, bro. And the pecs and the abs, bro. I mean, seriously, look at these abs, bro. How they glisten. Anyway, once I capture the goal, everyone will know that Sergio Briggs will be the surge that shocks the very core of the power plant. Prakaramba, Mio. Alright, my man, you got your interview.
Strong words from Sergio Bricks as we do move on with the night. And Hanzo Oshihara, he's been making headway here in TPP as well, and so he's got one heck of a very, very tall order tonight. He's facing TCO's Scythe, and with Scythe, he's very, very aggressive. And for Hanzo Oshihara, he plays a very passive-aggressive match when he wrestles. And I don't know if that's going to work for Hanzo tonight because, like I said, Scythe is very, very aggressive. So Hanzo's got to be able to turn it in his favor. And TCO's own Scythe making his way down to the ring here. And, for Scythe, he's pound for pound probably one of the best wrestlers we have in TPP currently. And he goes out there and he makes an impact in every match he's in. And for Scythe tonight, he may be looking at this as it's another match. It's another stepping stone. So for Scythe, he's looking... He may not be looking to make quick work out of Hanzo Oshihara. He may be looking to, really let people know what's up. That he's here. He's here to hurt people. And unfortunately for Hanzo's going to have to really, really step it up tonight against Scythe because, like I said, Scythe is very, very aggressive. Hanzo Oshihara plays a very passive-aggressive type role when he wrestles in his matches. But Hanzo's going to have to open it up with aggressiveness against Scythe. He's going to have to be just as aggressive towards Scythe as Scythe is towards him. Otherwise, we're looking at Scythe continuing on in this TPP title tournament. And I would love to see Hanzo Oshihara put Scythe down. I would love to see TCO members just get eliminated out of this TPP title tournament so we don't have to worry about TCO holding that kind of championship gold. So Scythe versus Hanzo Oshihara, and here we go. As these two immaculate superstars are getting ready to tie it up here, and Scythe from the get-go with the side wrist lock, and now Scythe showing his ability, to use his kicks, his legs, his hands, and that is what is so impressive about Scythe, the fact that he can switch from position to position so effortlessly. Scythe with a quick duck under, and a beautiful kitchen sink there. And Scythe with a big raised knee lift, and this is what I was talking about. With Hanzo Oshihara, he's very passive-aggressive. He will take a lot of damage from somebody before he starts to dish it out. But when you're against a man like Scythe, you can't afford to do that. And Hanzo now, I think he realized that Scythe wasn't going to show him any compassion, wasn't going to go easy on him. So now Hanzo is responding back physically against Scythe, and that's what he needs to do. A quick duck under from Hanzo. He dove halfway across the ring into Scythe, using his body as a weapon to knock Scythe down. And Hanzo just spit a green type miss. And then that throat thrust, and Scythe quickly got back to his feet after that throat thrust. But you know that Scythe is going to be feeling that in the morning. As Scythe, a big slap right to the back of the head, and Scythe another slap, a succession of slaps there. As Scythe is trying to. He's trying to get into his aggressive zone here. And Hanzo Oshihara is no pushover. He's no easy feat to beat. And, that nose clip from Scythe. And Scythe runs in, big chop block right to the back of the leg. And now Scythe into the cover here. And not even a one count as Hanzo able to kick out. And Scythe showing his MMA ability, but Hanzo showing that he can knock Scythe down. He just knocks Scythe right out of the air from that drop kick. And Hanzo with another quick duck under here. And a third quick duck under. But Scythe able to catch himself on the ropes. And now, Hanzo clubbing blow to the back. Followed up by a knee to the outside as Scythe just took a very painful spill. Hanzo may be looking for it. And oh, wait a second, Scythe pulling the rope right across the throat. And that is not a position you want to be put into. And Scythe now, flurry of strikes, setting up for this inverted backbreaker. And every time I see that backbreaker, ladies and gentlemen, it makes my blood turn cold. Because just the positioning, the way that it's done is so devastating and dangerous. And Scythe now, the patented bulldog out of the corner into the cover here. 1 and a 1 count for Scythe. And now Scythe getting worked by Hanzo Oshihara. As Hanzo Oshihara now doing everything in his power to try to beat TCO's beast in Scythe. I mean, I was talking earlier about James Braden being the muscle. With Scythe, Scythe is literally, he's kind of like the berserker of TCO, and Hanzo realizing this, using very dirty tactics here, trying to get an advantage. 1, 2, and well, not even a 2 count, almost a 2 count, very late 1 count for Hanzo. But with Scythe, he's kind of like the berserker, because he's strong, he's fast, he's intelligent in the ring. Scythe is the complete package, especially for TCO. And Hanzo, though, is looking spectacular right now, as Scythe has to do something. And Hanzo jumps in, diving shooting star press to a standing Scythe, again going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count, as Scythe able to quickly get his shoulders off the mat, and Scythe now sending Hanzo into the ropes, catches Hanzo with that big power slam, and now slapping his hands, wiping away the cobwebs there. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Scythe. And typically, as a match progresses, you see wrestlers start to get frustrated, but we have yet to see Scythe get frustrated. He stays very calm and collected in his matches, and a big right hand to the back of the head. And now Scythe jumps out and ooh, from the outside to the inside with that big right hand. And now Scythe jumps off, big flying elbow drop into the cover here. 1, 2, and another 2 count for Scythe. And with Scythe, he knows that it's gonna, it may take him a while to beat Hanzo tonight. But that big back hand chop from Hanzo. And now Hanzo again choking as our referee is admonishing Hanzo. But for Scythe, he's staying very calm and collected, and he knows that it's going to take a while to beat Hanzo, and I think Scythe is okay with that. Ooh, a big drop kick right to the ribs there. But Scythe with a big right hand slap, followed up by an elbow right across the chin, and that is not something that feels good. And Scythe dropping a knee right on the head, and then a second knee. And Scythe going off the ropes, another single-handed bulldog there. And Scythe this is what I'm talking about. To beat Scythe, you have to stay on the aggressive against him. You cannot allow him to get these momentous moments going in. A very big series of maneuvers there from Scythe. Completely taking Hanzo through the cleaners, so to speak. But Hanzo not backing down. He's answering and responding to the challenge of Scythe, and that in itself is very, very impressive, especially with as young as Hanzo is, TPP-wise. Scythe has been here for the better part of almost a year now, and Hanzo calling Scythe to his feet. Hanzo might be looking to end this early. He might be looking to take out the big man. Hanzo going off the ropes, and wait a second, Scythe with a quick roll-up here. 1, 2, then almost a 3 count, as somehow, some way, Hanzo was able to counter that and turn it around. And Scythe, side headlock takedown, nothing fancy. And now look at Scythe just kicking. And as you see again, the referee admonishing Scythe, as Scythe is not afraid to admit that he'll step outside of the rule book. And Scythe runs in, big running elbow in the corner there. And now what is Scythe going to do? Beautiful, beautiful standing dropkick. As you see, Hanzo Oshihara taking a trip to the outside, but Scythe giving chase. And now, wait a second, Scythe. Ooh, that implant DDT on the outside. As you see, Scythe taunting to the TPP universe. As much as you may hate Scythe or you may love him, the TPP universe is just as split. Some of them love him. Some of them hate him. I mean, our crowd has came unglued. And now Scythe sending Hanzo back to, as the referee is counting it, and Scythe's only got a 10 count. And Scythe, big leg drop right on the apron there. And Scythe cautiously getting into the ring, going for the cover here. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count for Scythe, but a big body drop kick there from Hanzo Oshihara, and another one. And that's one way to get your opponent down, at least momentarily. And Hanzo desperately missed as Scythe was able to pull himself into that corner closer as Hanzo missed. And now Scythe sends Hanzo into the ropes, a quick duck under. Another duck under here. And that patented TCO-styled spinebuster into the cover here. 1, 2, and only a 2 count as somehow Hanzo was able to kick out. Scythe going off the ropes, runs into a big back shot from Hanzo Oshihara. And, oh, wait a second. We saw this as Hanzo, a flurry of chops. Followed up by that Japanese arm drag there. That float over arm drag. And now Hanzo Oshihara trying to get his head straight here, shaking out the cobwebs. What is Hanzo thinking here? Hanzo has Scythe in the corner. Big kick right to the chest. And now Hanzo side belly to back. He didn't get much height on that, but he got enough, I think. And Scythe takes a spill to the outside as Hanzo giving chase. And what is Hanzo? I wasn't sure what Hanzo was thinking there. It allowed Scythe to get back to his feet and turn it back around into his favor. And now Scythe runs. Oh, big rib kick there. Scythe into the cover here very arrogantly. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Scythe. And another big slap, and a succession of slaps and that throat thrust from Hanzo Oshihara. And Hanzo's got to do something here. He's got to do something to take Scythe out. And as you can hear the TPP universe there, they're starting to cheer for Scythe, and that's different for me, anyways. It's very different. Hanzo leaps off. Oh. Modified knee to the back of the head while Scythe was on the rope getting off of it. 2. This may be it, and oh my God, a very long 2 count for Hanzo Oshihara on Scythe. And Scythe now using his striking ability to keep him in this matchup. Into the cover. 2, and a 2 count for Scythe as Scythe he's got to start picking it up. He's got to. You know that Scythe is looking to get rid of Hanzo here. And Scythe, oh, big low blow right on the outside. The referee did not see it. As you see, Scythe now, like I said, our crowd is very split tonight. Some of our fans are cheering for Scythe. Others are booing him. As you saw, he just got booed like crazy by the TPP universe. And I don't know if Hanzo will be able to recover from what happened just a few moments ago, getting low blowed like that on the ring apron. It's Scythe that, again, using that patented TCO spinebuster. And Scythe with the Reaper's cut out of nowhere. He didn't even take any time with it. 1, 2, 3, and Scythe out of nowhere hit the Reaper's cut and just put Hanzo Oshihara away. As you see, Scythe standing unblemished in the ring right now. And for this is Hanzo Oshihara may have been our last stretch to make sure Scythe didn't continue on in the tournament, and Scythe did it. He powered through Hanzo Oshihara, and Hanzo gave Scythe the best he got, the best he had, and Scythe just completely powered through it and continues on in this TPP title tournament. That in itself is super impressive. And as there's a young man coming down to the ring named Kyle Badema, as Scythe is now leaving the ring. But I'm looking at my notes here, and the match we have up next is it's Kyle Badema As you see, he's coming in the ring here. It's Kyle Baedema versus Cerberus, and that to me that doesn't make any sense. We should have had Cerberus versus Bryson. That's what I was assuming we were going to have it earlier today, but I'm looking at my run sheet. It's Kyle Baedema. And Cerberus, just such a monster. Yeah, he's a monster. He's the monster of monsters. You know, and for Kyle Baedema, this is going to be a tough match, no doubt about it for Kyle Baedema. I mean, when you look at Cerberus just walking down the entrance, that like I said this last week, but the camera does not do it justice. Cerberus is a very large, menacing individual. And as you see, just he clearly stands much taller than the ring, especially when he's in it. And you can feel that heat when the ring fire goes off. You can feel that over here on the commentary table. And Cerberus just staring down Kyle Baedema, and I guess we're getting ready to get this matchup underway. I don't like the chances of Kyle Baedema, and Kyle Baedema kind of backing up and looking at his surroundings here, knowing that Predatorus is there with Cerberus, and Cerberus just opening up with strikes right from the get-go. And Kyle Baedema's got to kind of stick and move. Oh, big boot there from Cerberus. But Kyle Baedema turns it around here, and Kyle Baedema forearm right to the small of the back, and 3 forearms there, going for the cover here, and not even a half of a 1 count, and off the ropes. And now Kyle Baedema gets caught in that spine buster from Cerberus. But wait a second, Kyle Baedema counters again. And Kyle Baedema, big right hand to the side of the skull, and Baedema now taunting Cerberus. And I don't know how wise this is of Kyle Baedema to do that. Cerberus comes back in and catches Kyle Baedema again with that catching spine buster. And like I was saying, for Kyle Baedema, he's got to stick and move. He can't afford to take too much damage from Cerberus. I mean, we're talking over 100 pounds difference here. Kyle Baedema, I think he's like 201 pounds, 202, and Cerberus, ooh, that hip splash in the corner there, and Kyle Baedema, he might be hurting. And as you see, Predatorus there grabbing a steel chair, and not really sure why he did that, as Kyle Baedema now trying to get something going, and ooh, another spine buster there from Cerberus, as Predatorus jumped into the ring. And the managers are not supposed to get into the ring. And Kyle Baedema, I applaud this young man for his tenacity, but he's stepping into a match with the Wolf here. And Cerberus is just having his way with Kyle Baedema. The TPP universes went silent. And ooh, did you see the snap on that gut wrench suplex? And wait a second, Cerberus is going to do it again. Another gut wrench there to Kyle Baedema. And Predatorus was saying something, motioning to something to Kyle Baedema that he wanted Cerberus to do. And Cerberus now doing as he's told, completely demolishing this young man. And look at, again, just lifting and slamming down Kyle Baedema is what Cerberus is doing. And now Cerberus, he's in firm control here. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And Cerberus, the Billy Club type strikes, followed by that hip toss all the way to the other side of the ring. And Cerberus, wait a second, Cerberus is setting up for his Hades clothesline. And Jesus, oh my God, and for Kyle Baedema, that may be all she wrote. Into the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and Kyle Baedema is out, and we're being notified Dard's backstage? What?
First and foremost, Cerberus, congratulations on your victory against Kyle Baedema. But you must have missed the memo when you're going to find out that your TPP title tournament match is up next against Bryson. in just a few moments, so I hope you're prepared, and good luck. Hi, I'm Diehard, the CEO of the Power Plant. What is evolution? Evolution is the process of change, development, and growth. TPP Frontline is change, development, and growth. And whether you want to believe that or not, it does not matter. Because ultimately, TPP Frontline is a lifestyle choice.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
And we're back here. And right before the break, Diehard said that the Cerberus versus Bryson is going to happen. And so Cerberus has already had a match. Bryson's coming out here as a fresh man, not even coming down with his internet championship, which he never goes anywhere without this. But Bryson's coming down here. I think this was a plan from Diehard to try to, get Cerberus eliminated out of this tournament. And this is a big marking spot for Bryson. If he can beat Cerberus, that'll be very impressive. And right now, Bryson's hesitant to get in the ring as Proteris is telling Cerberus some instructions. And here we go. And right from the get-go here, Cerberus starting to bully Bryson into the turnbuckle there. But Bryson turns it around, and that's impressive in itself. And ooh, big chop right across the back of the chest there. Going for the cover here. Not even a 1 count. And Bryson taking a few steps back here, trying to get out of arm's reach of Cerberus as Cerberus sends Bryson to the corner. And this is the hard part for Cerberus. He's in his second match of the night. I mean, I'm not saying that Cerberus can't handle 2 matches a night, but he's going, and again, another gut-wrench powerbomb. I was just getting ready to say it's not that he couldn't hang it, he wouldn't be able to do it. It's just he's going from somebody much smaller, as from Kyle Baitema, to a 260-pound Bryson. So he's going to a much larger superstar, but Cerberus not showing any fear whatsoever. And Cerberus, big rounded elbow drop there into the cover here. 1, 2, and a 2 count on Bryson. And Bryson's trying to light Cerberus up with some strikes, and now Bryson using what he knows how to fighting. He knows how to fight, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to fight here. Bryson sends Cerberus into the ropes, runs off, attempted a shoulder tackle, but it did not work, and Bryson with a big flapjack. And I know last week myself and Landon Miles were really giving Bryson a hard time about being conditioned very poorly for the return, but it's true. His conditioning is not as good as it should be right now. But for Bryson, he's hanging in here with the big man, and that's impressive. And oh, just like that, Bryson spills to the outside the hard way. As Cerberus is now big atomic drop there. And now Cerberus going to work on Bryson, and the damage is already showing on Bryson's body. And now Cerberus, that is definitely going to leave a big knot right on the forehead, going headfirst into that steel turnbuckle post. And now Cerberus into the cover. 1, 2. And a 2 count is somehow, someway Bryson's still able to kick out. Look at Cerberus getting fired up. Misses with that big clothesline as Bryson was able to use his speed. And Bryson showing his strength with belly to back there on the big man. And now Bryson starting to play the smart game, trying to ground the big man, going after the legs. And that is what Bryson needs to do. Bryson, quick leg pick there. Again, going to work on the left leg, and this is what Bryson needs to do. He needs to single out Cerberus's legs and stop him from having momentum. As a big running clothesline off the ropes from Bryson. And now, wait a second, Bryson tangling up the arms here, and now with a camel clutch on the big man. Bryson so far has been one of the guys that's put up the most fight with Cerberus, and Cerberus able to power out of that with the snapmare from a seated position. And now Cerberus with a flurry of strikes, closed fist punches right to the top of the head. Cerberus sending Bryson into that turnbuckle the hard way there. And now again Cerberus sending Bryson to the turnbuckle. And a third time in there, that's not gonna feel good at all. And off the ropes, big running big boot. And now going for the cover here, 1, 2, and a 2 count as Bryson able to quickly power his shoulder off the mat. But wait a second, Bryson pulling into that short arm shoulder thrust there into the cover here, 1, 2, and a 2 count. As somehow, some way, Bryson's hanging. I'll give it to Bryson. He's hanging in there. He's doing fairly well into the cover here, 1, 2, and a 2 count. And Bryson very slow with his strikes, but trying to ground the big man. But wait a second, Cerberus, a big, huge choke slam there. And Bryson may be out. I mean, there's no way around that. Bryson might be completely knocked out. And Cerberus here, but wait a second, Bryson starting to trying to give fight here. He's trying to fight off both of these guys here, and Bryson getting agitated by Proteris there as Cerberus sending Bryson back into the ring as Proteris was telling Cerberus instructions of what to do. And Bryson was trying to keep it. Look at that, the power behind that shoulder block that Cerberus just did to Bryson. Just completely sent Bryson flying backwards, and Bryson runs in. Not a full contact on that shoulder thrust, but I think he had enough. And now Bryson, shoulder thrust right here in the corner, followed up by that clubbing blow right to the small of the back into the cover here. But the rope break is what saved Bryson. And now Bryson sending Cerberus into the ropes, catches Cerberus with a quick releasing German suplex. And now Bryson taunting, telling Cerberus to stay down. And Bryson is trying to keep himself in this matchup. He wants to beat Cerberus. And I don't know, by doing this move that's going to help. I mean, rubbing the forehead and then dropping an elbow, I guess, will help at some point in time. But if anything, it's going to make the big man angry. And Bryson now just trying to fire away on all cylinders. As you saw, a flurry of chops there, and followed up by the dirty eye rake. And Bryson dropping a forearm right across the top of the skull, and then again Bryson going to work with the forearm. Bryson sending Cerberus into the ropes, and this time Bryson able to knock Cerberus down with that shoulder tackle. 1, 2, and a 2 count for Bryson as this matchup continues. And Bryson is trying to, like I said, he's trying to hang in here against the big man. Cerberus runs in. Ooh, big running body splash in the corner there. And now Cerberus exposing that turnbuckle pad. And underneath that pad, it's solid steel, ladies and gentlemen. And Cerberus sends Bryson chest first right into that. And that is not going to feel good, as you see. Cerberus starting to possibly feel a little bit better. Bryson runs in. Oh, big back chops. A series of back chops there. And Cerberus able to counter and turn it around into his favor. Big right hand there. And now, wait a second. We've seen this from Cerberus before. Cerberus setting it up. This fall-away type slam from the top rope. And that definitely does not feel good. It doesn't matter who you are. It just does not feel good. And Cerberus here looking to Proteris for some direction. And Pater's telling him to go, and oh my God, that clothesline from Hades there, just Bryson may be out. All you gotta do, Cerberus, is just pin him. This matchup is over. Bryson, out of nowhere, he just got completely leveled with that clothesline. But wait a second, Cerberus might be looking for it again, and Pateris is yelling and off the ropes here, and again that clothesline from Hades. And well, James Braden is coming down the entrance ramp, running down here, and James Braden just pulled Bryson out of the ring. As you see, the referee counting. Pateris and Cerberus are Pateris is on the apron, and James Braden saying something to Bryson, and the referee's still counting. He's still counting this match, and Pateris now getting into the ring. As the referee continues to count here, and Bryson now trying to get Cerberus to come out of the ring, trying to get him to come out of the ring. And as you see, I mean, Bryson trying to shake out these cobwebs. Cerberus getting agitated and annoyed here, because this matchup was over, ladies and gentlemen. James Braden came in at the 11th hour and pulled Bryson out of the ring, and now the referee's counting. The referee's almost up to a 10 count here. And Cerberus licking his lips. He's frustrated. He wants to really give some more pain to Bryson. And Bryson now starting to saying he just said something to James Braden. And the referee, that's it. That's the 10 count. Bryson just took the elimination via countout as Cerberus continues on in this TPP title tournament. And Pateris and Cerberus. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time for tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Strike Zone. That's going to be a barn burner. So we will see you guys next time.